Okay, guys. Okay, guys. Today I am supposed to start another chapter that is called as a flexible manufacturing system. That is introduction to flexible manufacturing system. What are the types of manufacturing system? There are a number of types of manufacturing systems will be there. In that we are supposed to see today's learn regarding what is meant by flexible manufacturing system. As the name itself suggests, manufacturing system will be there. The manufacturing system is nothing but raw material, process, finished product. Okay, how you are supposed to do flexibility in manufacturing. Flexibility in manufacturing is nothing but if the product changes, if the parts suddenly changes, a number of parameters are there. Okay, now what is the introduction to flexible manufacturing system? That is globalization, that is market starts volatility in the market requirements and modern lifestyle trends have put up tremendous challenges to manufacturing industries. That is if you want to use some other types of manufacturing thing, main thing is globalization has been done, and then volatility in the market will be there. Okay, in the current business scenario, the competitiveness of any manufacturing industry is determined by its ability to respond quickly. That is you have to change. For example, I am having an industry and then I am supposed to do only the spark plug. Okay, but some people will come to me and then he will tell, sir, will you do it some differential or somewhat like that. Okay, quickly I have to respond to the customer needs, so that we will sustain in the market. Okay, we will sustain in the market quickly to the rapidly changing market and to the produce high quality products at low cost. Main thing is, in any manufacturing system, in the previous class I had told, the main thing is the quality should increase, and then meanwhile the cost should be low. Okay, that is the main thing. However, the product cost is no longer the predominant factor affecting the manufacturer's perception. Other competitive factors such as flexibility, quality, efficient, that is efficient delivery, and customer satisfactions are drawing the equal attention. That is what actually exactly what he is saying is, not only the costs, sir, but you have to be very flexible such that you have to while if market changes, you have to adapt quickly for the market. That is the main thing what you're supposed to have in the this one. And then one more thing is there, that is manufacturing industries are striving to achieve these capabilities through automation, robotics. In the previous class I told regarding what is automation, what is robotics and all, and other innovative concepts such as just in time manufacturing. Just in time manufacturing is nothing but if I want to I will give a product to the industries, and then I will tell within this time I want. Okay, within that time itself I have to get the product. That is called a just in time manufacturing process. Production planning and control process is there. ERP solutions are there. There a number of things are there. Okay, now flexible manufacturing is a concept. Actually, flexible manufacturing is a concept that allows manufacturing system to be built under high customized production requirements. Okay, the issues such as reduction of inventories will be there, and market response time to meet customer demands will be there. Flexibility to adapt to changes in the market, reduction of the cost and product and services to grab more market shares, etc. In the sense, like, have made it almost obligatory to many firms to switch over to flexible manufacturing system. That is main thing is what happens is, for example, I am having a one manufacturing industries or somewhat like that. I am running the manufacturing industries from past 50 years or somewhat like that. Okay, and then suddenly I do some 3 to 4 parts, okay, or 3 to 4 variety of products. Okay, and then suddenly the market demands that you can do another some 10 variety of products. Okay, for such kind of things I have to adapt a flexible manufacturing system. That is very very important, so that I can sustain in the market. That is the major thing what you're supposed to have in a flexible manufacturing system. Okay, now what is actually FMS, that is flexible manufacturing system, is actually an automated set of numerically controlled machine tools and material handling system. That is, in flexible manufacturing system also there should not be any human interventions will be there. Okay, all the things get taken care by the system itself, or all the things will be taken automatically. Automation will be there, robotics will be there, everything will be there. That is once again I'm supposed to tell that FMS is actually an automated set of numerically controlled machines, tools, and material handling system. That is, the material handling will be automated, capable of performing a wide range of manufacturing operations with quick tooling and instruction changeover. That is, As for example, in a day, I'm just doing spark plug. After 1 hour or 2 hour, I have to change for another thing. Such kind of a facility I have to develop in our manufacturing industry. That is the main reason why we have to shift to the flexible manufacturing system. Okay. uh, Flexibility in manufacturing system is nothing but we have to adapt to the changes of the market. That is the case. Okay. Now, this is a flexible manufacturing system is a production method that is designed to easily adapt to changes in the type and quantity of the product being manufactured. Machine and computerized system can be configured to manufacture a variety of parts and handle changing levels of production. Okay, a flexible manufacturing system has 4 or more processing workstations connected mechanically by a common part handling. That is, I think you can see this diagram what exactly it's showing. Okay, there are n number of systems will be there, and then this whole thing it is flexible. That is, there will be not any human interventions will be there. Only the human interventions will be to see what exactly happening in the this area. Okay, and then to see what is happening with respect to the system or somewhat like that. That is from the raw material procurement till the finished product you are supposed to taken care by the system. That is called as flexible manufacturing system. Okay, if you have any doubts you can ask, that's not a problem. Okay. Yeah. Now, what is flexibility and its type? Okay, to be flexible in a manufacturing system must possess the following capabilities. One is identification of the different production units to perform the correct operation. You have to identify the different that is in a single machines there are a number of products can process can be done. Okay, that you have to identify. Quick changeover of operating instructions to the computer controlled production machines. Quick changeover of physical setups of fixtures, that is jigs, fixtures and tooling and other work units. You have to be very flexible in adapting those changes also. That is a major thing what you are supposed to have. If you want to be flexible, these are all the 3 points you have to keep in your mind. Okay, now the different types of flexibility that are exhibited by manufacturing system are given below. There are n number of things are there. With respect to your syllabus I am telling, one is machine flexibility will be there. That is flexibility in the machine, production flexibility, mix flexibility, product flexibility, routing flexibility, volume flexibility, expansion flexibility. Okay, now you can ask, sir, what is actually flexibility means? Flexibility means changeover. You can call it an upgradation of the previously what you're supposed to have. You are supposed to upgrade your machine with some new things so that it perform better. Okay, based upon that machine flexibility is somewhat different. Production flexibility is there, and then mix flexibility is there, product flexibility is there, routing, there are n number of things are there. Okay, these are all the things we will study one by one. Okay, now what is machine flexibility? Machine flexibility is the capability to adapt a given machine in the system to a wide range of production operation and part styles. The greater the range of operation, that is range of operation and part styles, the greater will be the machine flexibility. That is, the greater the range of means variety of operations if you are performing in a single machine, and parts, variety of parts you are supposed to produce in a single machine, that will be the flexibility of the machine. Okay, now what are the various factors on which machine flexibility depends on? One is setup time or changeover time. That is you want to set up for example, I'm having some 1940s or 1950s hydraulic process. Now it is using in Pinya or somewhat like that. Okay, there it is manually, the person will come and then he starts doing it. Okay, per day he can produce maybe around 200 parts, but if the machine flexibility will be there, per day you can with the better quality you can do some 400 to 500 parts. That is the major thing what you're supposed to have, because the setup time will be there. The time you have to you have to reduce the time as far as possible. You have to reduce the time so that you will get better production. Okay, that is the major thing. And then that's why we are supposed to call it a machine flexibility. The factors which affects is, one is changeover time is there, setup time of the jigs and fixes or metal handling devices or the tool. So many parameters will be there. Okay, now easy with which part programs can be downloaded. That is the various factors in that and then tool storage capacity of the machine. That is in the machine the tool storage capacity also counts. For example, in a CNC machine 12 tools will be there, 14, 16, 8, 10. That depends upon the type of application, that depends upon the type of machines what we are supposed to use. Okay, for example, in such kind of a machines, if the in the machines which having a capacity of 12 tools, or means 12 operations can be done. That is the major thing what exactly the present scenario it talks about, a flexible manufacturing system. Okay, and then main thing is skill and versatility of workers in the system. That is for and then you can ask, sir, you once again you are talking about the workers. Yeah, man, the workers I'm why I'm talking about is only one worker is enough to look after whole workstation. That is for the whole machine, he can look after what is going on. That's it. Okay, that is the major thing what is meant by machine flexibility. Okay, now once again I'm telling, if you have any doubts you can ask. Okay, now another thing is there, that is called as production flexibility. What is production flexibility? Before that flexibility I told, change or upgradation or whatever it may be. Production means in a production how you will supposed to do a flexibility in the production. Okay, that is it is the range of part styles that can be produced on the system. Okay, the range of part styles or parts variety that can be produced by a manufacturing system at moderate cost. That is we can call it in low cost or moderate cost. At time is determined by the process. That is called as production flexibility. And then what are the factors, various factors it depends on. One is production flexibility and machine flexibility are in the sense like side by side. Machine flexibility, because it depends on the following factor. One is machine flexibility of individual workstations, and then range of machine flexibility of all workstations in the system. This is the very important concept of this one. That is machine flexibility will be there. Based upon the machine flexibility, you will your product production flexibility will depends on. Okay, this is the thing what you're supposed to have in an production flexibility. Okay, production is nothing but I have to produce n number of parts, but n number of varieties of n number of parts. That is better. Okay, now another thing is there, that is called as mixed flexibility. As the name itself suggests, it is mixed flexibility. That's why I have written in black and red color, so that it is mixed flexibility. It is defined as the ability to change the product mix while maintaining the same tool production quantity that is produced, the same parts only in different proportions. It is also known as process flexibility. Mixed flexibility provides protection against market volatility by accommodating changes in product mix due to the use of shared resources. However, high mix variations may result in a requirement for a greater number of tool fixers and other resources. Okay, now what is mixed flexibility is, if you're having in the if you are employed machine flexibility and production flexibility, uh, both the things you just mix it and then start working it. Okay, with a minimum type of minimum thing, so that the mixed flexibility you can work it out. Okay, with respect to my knowledge, mixed flexibility depends on factors such as, one is similarity of parts in the mix. That is if the parts are similar, you can produce n number of maybe around per day. Okay, and then machine flexibility, relative work content times of parts produced. Okay, this is called as mixed flexibility. And then another thing is that it is product flexibility. It refers to ability to change over to a new set of products economically and quickly in response to the changing market requirement. The change over time includes the time for designing, planning, tooling, and fixture of new product introduced in the manufacturing lineup. Okay, it depends upon following factors. One is relatedness of new part design. That is, what is product flexibility? You have to product flexibility means, okay, ability to change over to a new set of products, or variety of products or new set of products. So that thing we are supposed to have it is called as product flexibility. And another thing is there, what are very important, that is routing flexibility. It can also be defined as capacity to produce parts on alternative workstations in case of equipment breakdowns. Alternative workstation, one will be there, two will be there, three will be there. If one breakdowns in alternative workstations, we can develop the same parts when the tool or when the equipment breakdowns, tool failure, and other interruptions at any particular station. It helps in increasing throughput in the presence of external changes such as product mix, engineering changeover, or new product introduction. That is, routing flexibility is nothing but I'm producing some parts in one machine. Okay, the same, and then another machine also it's producing, another workstations also it's producing. If something goes wrong, we can Parallelly, we can produce in the another workstation also. That is called as routing flexibility. Following are the factors: similarity of parts in the mix, similarity of workstations, common tooling. If you use common tooling and all, you can achieve this. And then what is volume flexibility? This is very very important. In this is like all are very important. Volume flexibility is nothing but it is the ability of the system to vary the production volumes. I want to produce 1,000, 2,000 lakh, 20 lakh products per week, per month, per year. That is different products to accommodate changes in the demand while remaining profitable. Okay, it can also be termed as capacity flexibility, or we can call it as volume flexibility. Capacity of the factory, how much, what is your capacity? They will ask. Any customer will come and then they will tell what's our capacity. Our plant capacity is around some 1 lakh parts can be done in 1 month, 1 year, or 1 week, 2 weeks, or somewhat like that. That you have to explain and then you have to so get the things. This is called as volume flexibility, or we can call it some capacity flexibility. And another thing is that this is important with respect to the industries, that is expansion flexibility. It is defined as the easy with which the system can be expanded, okay, to foster total production volume. That is if you want to achieve volume flexibility, you have to expand your factory. Okay, you have to expand means you have to invest. Okay, and then what is the main factors influence? One is cost incurred in adding new workstations and trained workers, and then expansion layouts, type of parts, everything. That is a expansion flexibility is nothing but if you are having money, you have to invest. If you are having or not, that doesn't matter. If you want to achieve volume flexibility or capacity flexibility, you have to invest. So that main thing is that is the thing what actually exactly expansion flexibility. The factor which affects is one is cost incurred will be more, but meanwhile you will get the profit also, but the cost incurred in adding new workstations will be more. This is called as expansion flexibility. And then another thing is there, that is types of FMS, that is flexible manufacturing system. Flexible manufacturing system can be divided into various types depending upon their features. They all are discussed previously. What are the things I have discussed? Those are all with respect to industry, how you are supposed to be flexible. Okay, that is product, so machine flexible, product so many parameters are there. If you have any doubt, you can ask. Okay, here there are two things are there. One is depending upon kind of operation, and then depending upon number of machines. Okay, that is kind of operation is processing operation, and then assembly operation. There are two types of things are there, FMS. One is depending upon kind of operation. Okay, in that processing operation is nothing but such transforms a work material, means a raw material to from one station to another, moving towards the final desired part or product. It adds value by changing the geometry, properties, or appearance of the starting material. That is processing operation is nothing but raw material will be there, you do some process, you will get a final product. That is called as process operation. As with process operation. What is assembly operation? Assembly operation is nothing but it involves joining of two or more materials or two or more components by using welding, brazing, soldering, adhesive bonding, rivets, press, fitting, and so many a number of things will be there. Okay, this is called as that is assembly operations. That is types of FMS, that is flexible manufacturing system, based upon the features depending upon kind of operation. One is process operation is there, and then assembly operation is there. Process operation is nothing but raw material will be there, you will have a one raw material, and then you do some process, either extrusion, drawing, so many type of thing are there, and then you will get a final product. That is processing operation. No need to do any assembly type of thing. Another one is there is called as assembly operation. One part will be produced in Pune, another part will be produced in Bangalore, another part will be so many things. It will be coming at one place, and then you do start assembly. Okay, while doing assembling, you have to do a number of operations. That is called as assembly operations. That includes you have to do welding, soldering, brazing, riveting, press fitting, press n number of things are there. Okay, that is called as assembly operations. And another one that is depending upon number of machine cell, depending upon the number of machine. In that we they have categorized into three types actually. One is single machine cell, we can designate as SMC, flexible manufacturing cell, that is a FMC, and flexible manufacturing system. Okay, in single machine cell, in this case processing is sequential, not simultaneous. That is only one by one. first turning, after that like that, that is a single machine cell. Flexible manufacturing cell, it is called as FMC. It consists of two or three processing workstations and a part handling system. It is capable of simultaneous production of different parts. That is, one part is producing one workstation, another part is producing in another workstation. That is called as a flexible manufacturing cell. And another thing is that it is a flexible manufacturing system. It has four or more workstations, typically CNC machining centers or turning centers. TC represents turning center, connected mechanically by a common part handling system and automatically by a distributed computer system. This is called as a flexible manufacturing system. Okay, and then in the next slide you can see what is single machine cell, how much of products you can produce a flexible machine cell, how much product you can produce like that. Okay, now you can see here all the machining things will be there. This is number of machines. Okay, this is annual production, flexibility, cost incurred. Okay, that is single machine, number of machines required, single. Okay, that is maybe around one here, but production, annual production will be this one, and then flexible manufacturing cell, and then flexible manufacturing system. The cost incurred will be, if you want to use a flexible manufacturing system, the cost incurred will be, annual production will be increases, meanwhile flexibility will increases, cost also increases. Here moderate, here normal. That is the case. Another thing is there, that is depending on level of flexibility. There are two things are there. Dedicated FMS is there, that dedicated flexible manufacturing system. Random ordered FMS is there. Okay, what is dedicated? It is designed to produce a particular variety of part styles. The product design is considered fixed, so that is the design is fixed, so the system can be designed with a certain amount of process specialization to make the operation more efficient. That is called as dedicated FMS is there. Random ordered FMS is there. It is ability to handle the substantial variation in part configuration. Here a number of part configuration can be varied. Here the design part styles, a particular variety of part styles, the product design is considered fixed. Here the product design is fixed, but it is designed to produce a particular variety of the product. Okay, that is one particular variety you can do it. That is dedicated flexible manufacturing system. Here random ordered, what is random order is nothing but able to handle the substantial variation, n number of variations in a part configurations. To accommodate these variations, a random order FMS must be more flexible than the dedicated FMS. A random order FMS is capable of processing parts that have a higher degree of complexity. Thus, to deal with these kinds of complexity, sophisticated computer system is used for this type of FMS type, that is random order. And then here also the cost, main thing is whenever the production increases, you have to give the, means you have to invest cost. And another thing is that it is see the difference between flexibility part variety. For random order FMS, the flexibility part variety will be more, and then for dedicated it will be less. Okay, but production rate, annual volume, with respect to production, the dedicated FMS produce more components, but the variety will be less. But here it will produce less component, but variety will be more. Okay, that is the difference between dedicated and random FMS. Okay, next, the thing is, till now what are the things I have told. Okay, if you have any doubts you can ask. And then one more thing I want to clarify, that I thank all my students who are listening patiently, as well as I thank because some of the things I have taken from internet, so for that reason it is meant only for understanding purpose, or not for any commercial or somewhat like that, only for understanding, better understanding for my students. Thank you, one and all. Thank you.